Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading, tuning in to the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. Thank you. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Outcome and advice. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at the overall energy of the reading. We have got the Fool card, Chariot reverse, and Hierophant reverse. I love this Fool card. This is after tarot, so it's a moment after the original image. It looks like, it feels like this person is just not even stressed. He's taken a leap of faith and he's just holding on. There was nothing there and he's enjoying the rose. This definitely has tigers above, tigers below. Ooh, strawberries. Strawberries. That story of enjoying as best you can every step of your journey. To wedge in, what can I appreciate in this moment? When there's so much that might have your attention that's going wrong. It feels like this is a prayer of appreciation. From what I perceive, prayer is not about asking, but about noticing what you have, appreciating what you have, appreciating right where you are. All we have is right now, the present time. And so I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has an appreciation habit, a really good appreciation habit. And if you don't, there's an invitation to appreciate where you are, even if you are hanging on to a cliff. What do you have? Well, I've got great grip strength. Look how strong my hand is holding on. I'm so grateful for having strength to get through any opportunity, any obstacle, any challenge. I appreciate being able to notice subtle things in my environment. I appreciate recognizing when to let go of things. I appreciate the smell of a rose. I appreciate that I have clothes. I appreciate that I'm still here. So, I use appreciation from the moment I wake up. Before I start thinking and getting pulled into my day and thoughts, I start appreciating. I'm so grateful I woke up. I'm so grateful for my bed. I'm so grateful for a space that's safe and secure. I'm grateful for all the water and food that I need. I'm appreciative that I'm in a time and a space where I don't have to make my own food, so I can do other work. I'm so grateful for all of those who make food, who grow food, deliver it. I can just, and then I start getting on this tangent of all these things that make me so appreciative and grateful. When you have appreciation activated in your space, then it gets really easy to continue and find more and more things to appreciate. that get your attention. All right, Chariot reversed is feeling stuck, not moving, not making moves. And Hierophant reversed feels like a broken contract. It's also my sign, my card for your higher self, tuning into your higher self, being tuned to that version of yourself. So the Chariot reverse, the Hierophant reverse feels like someone's not moving forward, someone's not making moves in the 3D. The Chariot is about taking action in the 3D, an outward show of force, of movement, going after what you desire in the 3D. So with this, it feels like the Chariot reverse is talking about feeling very stuck, not going after what you desire, not attuned to your higher self. Okay, so what do we need to know about this? Okay, a challenge. These cards came out sideways as a challenge. Ace of Wands and Hermit reversed to explain the stuck energy, along with the Ten of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay, so what I'm getting here is someone who's not attuning to their navigation system, tuning to your higher self and taking action in the 3D. I love a good meditation. I love meditating and looking at things and reading things. However, this is a 3D world that we're in. And so to take advantage of the energies that I describe in here, to take advantage of the 3D, you have to take action in the 3D. It's not just that these energies will come in and affect your life. You have to take a hold of these energies, make them yours. And so what I'm getting here with the Ace of Wands as a challenge is I'm talking to someone who is learning or trying to figure out how to follow their highest excitement. That contains everything. To follow your desires, to follow an intuitive hit. What is the most exciting thing? And not to do it because you think it will lead you to something else, but to do, create, to be, to go after what you desire. If you can't reach in the energy of inspiration, desire, if you really are in this very stuck energy, then following your curiosity. When I'm thinking of a time in my life when I was really stuck, sick, unwell, everything had ground to a stop. And I couldn't reach, because I didn't have that practice of appreciation in my space. And my very stuck reality was all around me. I couldn't escape noticing it. So I couldn't reach inspired ideas, but I could reach curiosity. And that's about 10 and a half years ago when I got an idea, inspired idea about going to psychic school. Not because I thought it was going to lead anywhere, but because I'm curious. What would it be like? Let me try it out. Why not? I've got nothing holding me back, nothing going on, feeling stuck. And that held the highest excitement. And then I kept going back because it was the most exciting thing and it was so interesting. Excuse me. And when I started the psychic, I'm not saying your psychic development is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about whatever that is for you. My willingness to just follow what I'm curious about. And just continuing. This is so interesting. When I first started, I was not a good psychic. Nobody wanted to read with me because I was really slow. I really wanted it to be real. And so I was taking my time. I wasn't competing with others. I really wanted the truth. I wanted clarity. And I kept uncovering more and more things that I wanted to see and perceive and understand. And it was just so interesting. So what is it that you have in your life that you're curious about? You're interested just for the sake of learning about something. Whatever holds the more interest than others, than following that. It doesn't have to be a class. I also followed my intuition, and intuitively, I'd get an idea and I'd think, yeah, I want to go to that store. I haven't been to that store in a while. Go to the store, have a great time. Just Easter egg opportunities. And the more you follow your intuition, the more the universe is like, oh, they're listening. They're connecting more, send more information, more things to be inspired about. Some of you, it feels like, when you get an intuitive hit, you bat it, you dismiss it, you poo-poo it, like right out of the gate. Can you hold space for ideas to come in? And if they feel good, marinate in the idea of them and then take action on them. Because theorizing, sitting around talking about isn't going to do it. This is requiring a leap of faith. Getting out of a comfort zone. Trusting the universe, showing yourself that you can trust. I'm not saying to blindly step off a ledge and say, I believe, because if you don't have a belief system set in place, then the outcome's different. So create a belief system. Go after what you desire, take little steps, enjoy, and show yourself how to guide yourself. Okay, some of you are feeling like there's this challenge of going in a direction by yourself, taking a leap of faith in a new direction, maybe away from others that don't perceive, aren't excited about what you're doing. What are you I feel like I'm talking to somebody who might be limiting how you're showing up and who you're allowing yourself to be, because you have a belief that you need to show up in a certain way so you can be in a relationship, so you can be with others. There's something here about a willingness to go at it alone. Some of you, it feels like there's this exhaustion and unable to move type of energy because you are responsible for others. You might be in service to others. There's something here about feeling burdened. Taking care of others, uplifting others, being a support character for others. Feeling that you don't have permission to go after what you desire. Some of you are using that as an excuse to not be who you prefer to be and not go after what you desire. Ooh. Maybe some of you have some stories. Whatever story it is that's keeping you from going after what you desire in this world and being the version of you that you prefer to be, feels like there's a time here, an opportunity to shift, to get out of this stuck energy and go towards a new direction. All right, in what's hidden, we have the Four of Swords, King of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Cups, Tower reversed. Four of Swords is a need to heal, rest, relax, recover. I need to take time away. There's something around King of Pentacles reverse is someone who's not grounded in this reality, isn't taking action and creating in this reality. They're worried about how they appear. They want to appear abundant, successful. Ten of Cups is my card of people in the real world. They've gone through the 10 cups of the tarot. So they've had highs and joys and celebration. They've also experienced devastating losses, hurt, betrayal. And yet they're choosing to be happy. They're choosing to focus and stay in that mindset of remembering what you're grateful of. Even if you are hanging from a cliff and there's nothing around you and you just lost what little possessions you have. Ooh, what a lovely rose. What a beautiful scent. I'm so grateful that I've got such grip strength. Obviously, this is exaggerated, but it is a skill when I am not in a good headspace to see what it is that I'm missing that I have. And it helps to start processing. I'm still here. I still have right now. I still have my wits about me. I still have my intuition. I have clothes. I'm sheltered. I have food. I have amazing technological advancements. All right. Who's the King of Pentacles in reverse? What would help the viewer with this energy? Ooh, King of Swords reverse, Six of Swords reverse. This feels like someone in the 3D that you've had to heal from. With King of Swords in reverse, this feels like someone who's very controlling of how, feels like this person has tried to control your narrative, control you. This person creates a lot of anxiety purposefully. This person doesn't want to create comfort. They want to keep you on eggshells. This feels like someone who was raised with a lot of behavior modification, and so they try to control people and their environments. This person feels avoidant. They love having people chase them, beg for their affections. Keeping people hungry, craving them. So this person gives less and less in whatever environment they're in. I get this anxiety coming from this person. The Six of Swords in reverse is really their anxiety because they're not grounded in this reality. They're appearing well off. They're appearing, but they're so concerned with appearances and the story, the narrative, how people perceive them, that it feels like they're so focused on trying to control others and trying to control the story. It's very egoic. And so this person spends all of their time with perception, and so they're not really building. With Four of Swords coming out before this energy, it feels like you might be no contact with this person and that you've needed to heal from being in a connection with this person. I feel like you have embodied the Ten of Cups energy, or there's a invitation to choose to be happy, choose to go after what you desire, to not allow a connection with this controlling person to stop you from being who you prefer to be and having the life you prefer to have. The Tower reversed feels like fix-it energy. Someone is trying to keep false reality from falling apart. I wonder if you can hear all the birds. Who's in the Tower reverse? Who's trying to keep a false reality from falling apart? Okay. This is the King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Swords reverse. Feels like they created this constant need, fix-it energy, keeping you busy with chasing them, repairing, fixing you, trying to keep this false reality, their ego, how they need to be perceived. Feels like Four of Swords is talking about a need to heal from someone who's very controlling, a need to focus on what makes you happy and choose to be happy, and to stop trying to hold something together that's meant to fall apart, some type of false reality. With the Emperor showing up, there's a need to take the lead, to lead yourself, to stop giving your power away to others, to follow your highest excitement, to recognize this Six of Cups type of energy, someone who treats you as less than. This is such a great illustration of the other person in this reading. They feel very comfortable with treating you as less than and making you feel crazy for perceiving that you're not happy in this position. Feels like you're saying, I'm really cold, I'm really miserable, I don't like being here. Well, hey, what's wrong with you that you don't perceive this as loving? I think you need to enjoy this. Hey, it's cold and this water is really gross. I keep stepping on things. I think something is wrong with you that you don't look around and enjoy this. There's a lot of gaslighting, minimizing, diminishing. It feels like this is the type of person that the whole time you're with them, you are trying to get them to care about you, to care about your perspective, to care. And I think there's at some point a realization with Four of Cups that this person does not care about you. Someone who chronically diminishes you, gaslights you, doesn't care about how you're feeling or your perspective. It feels like they lack the ability to care and share that. And so once you realize, it feels like kind of letting something fall apart and realizing, oh my gosh, this person is not for me. This activity was never going to lead to a caring, loving relationship. So there's a need to embody the Emperor and take the lead, to lead yourself, to make different choices in the 3D. All right. In the outcome and advice, again, the Hermit in reverse and Seven of Cups in reverse. Feels like some of you have got a belief, I can't be alone. Anything but being alone. Well, that's a belief. So it's not true. It doesn't have to be true. There's something here, it feels like a wall, a belief system wall that you might be smacking up against. For those of you who are, as I'm perceiving, ready to take a leap of faith, but very stuck. You might listen to these tarot readings and hear about new opportunities, new people coming in, and you're like, where's that for me? And what I'm getting here is there's a need to engage in the 3D. Life doesn't come and happen to you. The stuckness is calling you to take action, to follow your highest excitement, to get out of the stuck energy. And that means making different choices, difficult choices at times. Because if you make the same choices, you get the same results. Once I started making different choices, going after what I desired, allowing myself, giving myself permission to be myself, to let go of limiting relationships, that weren't leading to happiness. It was exhausting trying to fix and repair and trying to make someone happy, and who couldn't, which isn't anyone's job. It's not your job to make someone happy. And spending time and time again, every argument, every conversation, trying to get someone to care about you. Maybe if I just said it in a different way, they would understand. No, they get it. They totally get it. Or they don't. And if they don't perceive that they're treating you poorly, if they diminish everything that you say, gaslight you, make you feel crazy for having needs and wants, if you feel like you have to chase the person, if you're trying to get them to understand you, you're spending a lot of time burdened by a relationship. And what I'm perceiving is, it feels like I'm talking to somebody who's tired of being a support character. Anything more about the Seven of Cups? You might also perceive, well, I don't have any options. I don't know what's out there. I'm not seeing that trying to convince someone is going to work, trying to beg someone to try to care for you. It feels like what this situationship you might be in is an activity where you're giving your power away and allowing someone else to make decisions for you. And it feels like you're wanting to take the lead yourself, have a happier, successful life. Wow. The King of Pentacles in reverse again. Wise. The Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. The Three of Cups is my celebration of harvest, celebration, victory, celebrating a harvest. It feels like there are people around you. That it leads to your independence, financial independence, abundance. She's learned how to train her focus. She's focusing on peace. She's got some skill, a lot of fertility and abundance, and she's shown herself that she can create abundance. And it looks like leads to having support, being celebrated. So why is the King of... It looks like in the outcome and advice, this King of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups, Five of Cups. And then here's that Fool card again. I get the feeling that you taking a leap of faith, following your desires, making different choices, not choosing people who don't know how to care about you or care for you. It feels like really the only way I see this King of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like they don't, they're unable to appreciate you until you're gone, is what I get here. But the moment they got you back, they go right back into a habitual pattern of this feels like a runner type of energy, anxious attachment or avoidant attachment style. And there's something about you staying and tolerating their behavior, which has shown them that that's acceptable. Otherwise, you would leave. That's what they've got. They've got a picture. If it's so miserable, if you're so miserable, then why don't you leave? And they know the difficulties and the complexities around that. But that feels like their mindset that I'm tuned into. They're not going to change. Why would they change? You've had the same argument over and over for some of you years, for some of you decades. Anything else about the King of Pentacles in reverse? This person is just limited. I don't feel like this person can really perceive you. And they want to keep you stuck in your limitations. Because if you follow your desires, then you are celebrated. Oh my gosh. The Magician card was hiding behind the Three of Cups. Oh. I think that's hidden to this King of Pentacles in reverse character, is you've manifested all of this consciously. What? Oh, you've manifested, consciously manifested your support, harvest, celebration, people celebrating you by tuning in, focusing on what you want. There's some skill that you have. And again, this King of Pentacles in reverse is showing up as the Page of Cups in reverse. They're unapologetic. They're emotionally immature. They don't want to grow and mature. They don't want a relationship where each person is equal. This is someone who wants to be above someone else, in control of others, in control of the narrative. And so if that doesn't sound like a relationship that you're interested in, this person, I'm perceiving they're not going to change. Why would they change? You keep staying. And what would change is taking a leap of faith in a different direction, making a different choice. So, wow. All right, I hope that's helpful to whoever needed to hear that. Take care.